Yo, it's THEMOSHOWCHICAGO, and we are PAYTON on another fantastic sucker-free Sunday, NIGHT. It is a fantastic night outside. And if this is your first time watching the MOSHOW Chicago, I ask that you share the information with relatives, friends, co-workers, anyone that you come to contact with. It is a magnificent way to jumpstart your conversation. And tonight's conversation just happens to be about that monster. That monster in Buffalo, New York that shot up the predominantly black supermarket. Where's young Pharaoh? I forgot he moved. This is sad. This story has went national and I'm sure international. The monster race soldier who went inside a Topsy supermarket store and killed 10 black people. He had a manifesto, according to the report, that is composed of 180 pages, and say that he wasn't influenced by anyone except the internet. Well, if you're influenced by the internet, you're watching someone, you're watching something. And then he goes on to say we don't have enough babies, that black people are going to take over. Hell, why don't you blame God for your reproduction? And it's not because white people are not having sex, they're not reproducing. I'm just saying. Blame you. Black people are not taking white American jobs. Immigrants are not taking white people jobs. This is according to his manifesto. Then he was watching the terrorists that took place in, overseas over there in New Zealand. Yeah. He watched another extremist video and another extremist video and another extremist video and said that people who feel like he feels are not doing anything. Who do we think is in charge? Who do we think is in charge? They let these people get away with it. Walk away from the whole crime scene. After they done murdered, it's not do not kill, it's do not murder. Let me correct you with that. It's do not kill, it is do not murder. Do your research. But this monster goes and shoots up a whole supermarket of people. And he walks out. And he walks out. That reminds me of the other monster that shot up the grocery store in Boulder, Colorado. That reminds me of the monster that shot up the movie theater in Colorado. That reminds me of the monster that did what? Yeah, that school shooting? Sandy Hill. I'm just saying, these people walk. These people walk. Dig this here. Keep that in your Rolodex while I'm talking. The man just murders 10 people while he's walking, but yet a 10-year-old boy in Louisiana gets handcuffed, choked to death, and dragged down the hallway for doing what? For having an outbreak in class. Young black boy. But all of these serial killers, there is no crayon box. I'm just going to say that. There is no crayon box when it comes to serial killers. The #1 serial killers on the planet is white men. Straight up. You can take it or you can leave it. Hey, it is totally up to you to do your research. In fact about it, you don't even have to do research about it. You can just look at the current situation of the world. Huh? And why are they going to let this monster walk? Because he did them a favor. He did them a favor. Just like Dylan Roof did a favor in South Carolina. Just like the other guy did a favor in New Zealand at that mosque over there. Just like the other guy did a favor for them in Pittsburgh. Okay? And so forth, and so forth, and so forth. Because he is on their agenda. He's on the agenda. He's on the code. To destroy you. To destroy you. And that is the code. If it's not the code, hell, why in this manifesto did he say that he was going to an all-white grocery store? But he said that he chose that store because it's in a predominantly black neighborhood zip code. And then had nigger inscribed on his gun. Joe Biden say that he's a domestic terrorist. Let's see what they do with the domestic terrorists. Look what happened to Timothy McVeigh. He lived how many years after that? You have to understand. Is this a plot? Is this to increase fear? Because according to the FBI, racial crime is on the rise. I'm going to say that again. According to the FBI, racial crime is on the rise. In fact about it, white supremacists groups have committed more terrorist acts than international terrorists. In fact about it, than any other group in America. And most of these white terrorist groups are in America. And how do they get away with it? Because the people who run it are white terrorists. And they work their agenda. And they work their agenda. You all should check the international court hearings and court dates. And you will be amazed at the people who are on the international court appearance, court dates. Some of your politicians. But you go there and vote for them. Anytime that you can be a domestic terrorist, let them label me a domestic terrorist. Hell, they put me in jail for making some YouTube video. Just imagine if I was a John Muhammad. Huh? I'm just saying. Do black people have to go to that measure to be John Muhammad? Huh? And his rappy? Yeah. Shoot through people, through trunks of the cars? Huh? I'm just saying. Because they're not going to do nothing. How many years do they have to live? Were they MK Ultra projects? Something to think about. Something to think about. But then again, all of these monsters, which have sadly been white men, they live another 20 years before the families can get even some type of relief. I don't know if it's MK Ultra, but you would think it is. Some people do, especially those who are conspiracy theorists. But I tell you, there's no conspiracy. Do you see my hands? There's no conspiracy. In fact, about it, you see my hands? The next time you see my hands like that will be on the MOPOWERZ here on YouTube. Yeah, we got a lesson for that. But getting back to this monster, if that was me in a Walmart, which he said helped inspire him in his manifesto, and the monster name is PAYTON GENDRON. I hate to say his name, but that's his name, PAYTON GENDRON. Yeah, the white boy. Who shut up Vegas? The white boy. Who shut up Walmart? Who shut up the mosque in Milwaukee? Who shut up the mosque in New Zealand? Who terrorizes and drops bombs years ago on Africa? Who did that? Who dropped bombs on the Vietnamese? I mean, Japan. Sorry about that, got a cough. But who did that? Who dropped the bombs on black people on Black Wall Street in Tulsa, Oklahoma? Who did that? And they got away with it. I'm just saying. He said that he wanted to start a racial war in his manifesto. In fact about it, the government wants to start a racial war. Just from my standpoint, you can take it or leave it. You don't have to agree with me. You can take it or leave it, but your spirit knows that I'm right. Your spirit knows that I'm right. And here it is. You have interracial couples that begin looked at strangely because of what bloodshedding that the white man is doing. Embarrassing a white woman. Especially if she's with a black man. But he embarrasses himself according to sisters. What do you do about these interracial children that is affected by something that who? PAYTON GENDRON did. Huh? According to the FBI. The FBI. Now, if the FBI know about it, you know the CIA know about it. And they haven't done anything to correct this problem. Why is that? But I guarantee you, if there was a black group or a black movement, hey, it'll be taken care of immediately with the stroke of a pen. With the stroke of a pen! Let me go inside of a church like Dylan Roof, a white church, and kill those people in that church and see what happens to me. Let's see if I live. Huh? Let me go to Pittsburgh. Huh? Let's see if I live. Huh? Let me go to El Paso, Texas, in the Walmart. Let's see if I live. Let me go to New Zealand. Let's see if I live. I'm just saying. What do you think should happen to the monster? His name is not even worth mentioning anymore. Where's young Pharaoh? In Texas somewhere. Where's those young boys with the big gym shoes while he was killing their grandmama in a grocery store? Huh? The ones that gang gang. Where they at? And then he video recorded the attack, live stream. The FBI can stop terrorists in other countries, along with the CIA, because they do two different things. Sorry about that. They do two different things. More is one undercover than the other. But what do you do about this guy? Huh? What did they do to the Unabomber? Did he live? Did he walk out in handcuffs? Or did they shoot him? Did they cut his TV off on the spot like they do unarmed black men? Who haven't shot up a grocery store? Who's walking away from the po-po? But you know what? As I said in other videos, hey, you all need to wake up and smell the coffee. This is a monkey wrench or a vessel, because they're used the same way to disrupt some shit. And right now, their disruption is you. You are the disruption. Sad to say, but you are the disruption. I tell you, it has never been a time when there hasn't been any disruption by the evil one. That's for real. You put that in your Rolodex. It's open season out here. And if you don't get that, I'm sorry. You are in TROUBLE. It's your brother, THEMOSHOW Chicago. Remember, knowledge is power. This is your third eye that makes you shine like jewelry. And if you haven't done so already, by all means, press the subscribe button below. View the videos, and if you haven't done so already, press the notification bell so that you can get all of the notifications of the videos that I upload. Thanks for viewing, you all, and peace out.